All right, a Tuesday that feels like a Monday for a lot of people. So, hey, welcome to the show. Covino Rich, Fox Sports Radio.
The show. Covino and Dickey. CNR on FSR.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Dan Byers here. Spots on the videos. Iowa Sam on the ones and twos. Danny G. The whole team's
You know what I feel
together.
like? I feel like it's like day one of the playoffs and we have our starting lineup.
I know,
right?
man. No more B team. Just B.A. Baracus and Face. And who else was in that?
I don't know.
Hannibal or something? I don't remember.
Don't act
the
like you know.
A-team.
The other day, you forgot they did a remake of the 18.
We are the A-team. We are Covino and Rich.
Oh, no.
And thank you for rocking out with us. Hope your night was better than Bill Belichick's.
I wonder if Jordan gave him a little sympathy bootay.
The headline, as I rolled with, was the same headline as Arch Manning's headline. He might be ass. He might be ass.
So, you know what I want to get into in a few minutes to sort of start the show? Is it rude that the most decorated coach in NFL history is now becoming more of a punchline than a respected individual?
Well, you know, it's one game, so we got to keep that in mind. Plus, it's Tuesday that feels like a Monday, like you said, Rich.
Yeah, bud.
So Showtime Mahomes Trivia is stopping by. Showtime Mahomes, he has questions, he has prizes, and he's getting ready for some football this week. We're 2 days closer to NFL. You got college football. You got great baseball.
Oh, I'm wearing my Travis Matthew Mets shirt today because I need my Mets to catch up to your Yankees for our bet.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the next 12 games are so telling. If you follow the Covino and Rich bet, who has the better record at the end of the season, Yankees or Mets? It all comes down to the next 12 games because the Yankees take on the Astros tonight.
0-3.
Then the Red Sox.
0-3.
Then I think the Twins, the Orioles, and Detroit.
Now you guys played Detroit in there too. 0-3.
Yeah, so they got a bunch of playoff contending
I know.
teams in the next 12 games. So very telling. We'll keep you posted. But thank you for being here. Great baseball, college football, NFL in 2 days. It's a great time to be alive.
No doubt. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now who your Yankees play because the Yankees do have a tough road ahead. While we do it live from the Fox Sports Radio studio.
Ever wanted to try an Olympic and Paralympic sport? Try fencing.
Oh, yeah?
It's fast,
Oh.
safe, easy to start. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Okay,
So,
well, in an ideal world for me,
yeah.
which is the world I always hope for, you know, where the Mets win, Niners win, all my teams win. My bet with Covino that I think I'm sure some people are casually following along, Yankees versus Mets. You got 3 in Houston, 1 and 2. Then you're hosting the Blue Jays for 3. Maybe you go 1 and 2 again.
That's who I left out. Yeah, the Blue Jays.
And
you
then,
know why? Because I try to forget them. I hate the Blue Jays.
And then you got 3 against the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely.
1 and 2. I'm going to give you 1 and 2 again. And then the Red Sox for 3.
Yo, Mr. Tiger.
Yo, if you guys go 4-8 over the next 12, that'll make me happy. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, so it all comes down
Lose every series
to the next 12 games for Yankees, Mets. But there's more to life than Yankees, Mets. I hope your teams are in it. It's a great time to be alive. Like I said, we got some big fights coming up in the world of fighting. And, yeah, we're almost through the week. Now, I know we got to talk Bill Belichick, but wasn't there something you wanted to bring up real quick about your boy, Juan Soto?
No, I'm just saying, can we put respect on his name before we continue on with the show at all?
Does he not have enough?
No, I think because he started like Arch Manning and Bill Belichick.
We thought he was ass.
Yeah.
Might be ass.
Ass. I think a lot of people look at Juan Soto as like, man, the guy's a bust. This guy is slaying it to the point now where he's sort of carrying the Mets at times, and his numbers look like they will end up almost one of his better years.
It'll be 30-30.
He's going to end up hitting 40-something home runs. He has really recovered. And Juan Soto's playing the way he played for the Yankees last year and the way you saw him.
5 more stolen bases for 30.
I might get 40-40.
So, 40-40.
I don't know.
Way. What is he going to go on some crazy tear?
Well,
you know what it is? It's not about putting respect on his name. He's a bag chaser, and his face is punchable. He's only second to Lauren's mom in The Unknown Number on Netflix. I don't know if anyone's seen the documentary that's sweeping the nation.
The catfish documentary?
Yeah, The Unknown Number, the high school catfish story. Yeah, his face is right up there with the mom's face from that story. Like,
Don't forget
punchable.
Manny Machado.
Manny Machado, like punchable faces. So it's not a matter of give him respect. His face is punchable. So you don't want to really root for the guy. That's what it is.
I mean, you rooted for him all last year. So,
Yeah. But when he's not on your team, all you see is that face.
All right, well, hey, go Juan Soto. Baseball's heating up, but let's talk some football. Let's talk some Bill Belichick.
I'd rather not.
Last night,
I'd rather not.
By the way, when that game was 7-0, there was a party that's like, look at Belichick bringing the magic
Wasn't
to
just
Chapel
me.
Hill.
Even Michael Jordan. Stars were out. People were like, there it is.
Okay.
That's why he's here.
Yeah, after the first drive, and there was a ton of people tweeting about it, and then the rest of the game unfolded, and it was
Seriously, 40 unanswered points or whatever it was, just downhill from there.
Their first defensive series was good as well.
Dude, they're
Chapel downhill, bro.
The differential in score at one point was almost the difference between him and Jordan's age.
Well, that's just one of the jokes, so ding yourself because
Boing.
what stood out the most, 877-99 on Fox, was it all the clowning going on? Because at first you're watching for greatness, right?
Yeah.
You never go to a theater or sit down and grab the popcorn in hopes to see a bunch of crap, right? You're hoping to enjoy it. So I don't think people were there to, like, watch Bill Belichick fail. I don't think he's that type of guy. I thought I was tuning in to see some greatness unfold and to see what he does at the college level. And it's like, yo, dude, this is bad. This is a straight-up nightmare. Like, he was living a nightmare right before our very eyes. And it turned out to be the greatest loss in his coaching career. So what stood out to you? Was it all the clowning? Was it all the jokes? Was it all the punchlines that people leaned into? Or was it just the overall feeling of surprise, like that gut punch, that sucker punch to the face that he was dealt last night? Because I was surprised by it. I think we all had a feeling of he's Bill Belichick. He's an NFL GOAT. He's going to come out and teach these young boys a lesson. But it looked like the game passed him by, or he's not adjusting to college football. It was the exact opposite of what I expected.
I mean, you bring up a good point. I think it's a game I at least wasn't watching for, man, I really hope they stink. You were sort of hoping, wow, if Bill Belichick could bring some magic to UNC, who for the most part has been irrelevant with their football program, if Bill Belichick could do to their program what primetime Dion did for Colorado, and you're like, wow, just another team in the mix, that was the wish. And then when it was 7-0, you're like, oh, my God, Bill Belichick's bringing it. And then from that point, I think there was more social media clowning than anything, and Bill Belichick has become more of a punchline.
Yeah,
now.
people had jokes in their back pocket. The memes came out like this. The internet always wins. I wish we could give credit to the people that created these memes and jokes because I don't know how they come up with them so fast. But, again, TCU wins 48-14. Bella, check yourself before you wreck yourself. He has to go back to the drawing board and figure things out. Obviously, they have some moves to make, things to learn from, but they better move fast because if he doesn't adjust and if the team doesn't adjust, it's going to be the storyline for the rest of the year, and it's going to come back to his off-the-field antics with Jordan. That will come back to bother him. I'm sure it will and bite him.
It doesn't help because here's the deal.
It doesn't help the optics
if,
where his family's involved,
bro.
his girlfriend's there. Like that doesn't help the storyline. Even though that might not be the reason at all, it's not going to help the storyline if this continues to snowball.
Cove, they were only 3.5-point underdogs, so it wasn't like they were these big favorites. They were actually dogs in the game, but it was expected to be a close game, and many were betting money line on North Carolina because, hey, Belichick magic, maybe it happens in game one. But much like anything, if there is a layer of your personal life involved, when things go bad, everyone will look and point to the personal life. So if they win, Jordan gives them some life and youth, and man, Belichick's back. They lose, now it just looks like an ultimate distraction, and he's not who he was, and now he's, again, more of a social media punchline than the GOAT, best coach in the NFL history.
Our very own Colin Cowherd called him the chef that's unwilling to change the menu. As Colin says, you need to change the menu.
You quote Colin. I'm going to quote another great here at Fox Sports Radio, Dan Byer. See that guy sitting over there?
Rich, I think he, based on last night, 48-14 in a laugher, almost like you're watching covering your eyes. He has to change the menu. He can't stick to that. That's going to get him nowhere.
Dan Byer said something yesterday that I thought you could argue applies to Bill Belichick. When you talk about Alabama's first game, when you talk about Arch Manning, and everyone's like, oh, they're ass.
Might be ass, bro.
And now Bill Belichick, it might be ass. Do you look at it like an album? Hey, track 1 might stink, but we still have the rest of the album to listen to. And Dan, I thought that was a great analogy because a lot of times you might not like track 1, but that's not the whole album. That's not the whole season.
Correct. And Monty even said sometimes it's just an intro, right? So the bangers are on track 2, 3, and 4, and the whole album may be great, except maybe it just doesn't get off on the right foot.
Listen, each album might have 12 tracks. The hits might be tracks 4, 6, 9.
Sure.
So, yeah.
I love the analogy, and I love Dan Byers' wisdom and having him here with us on the show.
And I feel like there's a big butt coming.
I think so too. Like I can see it brewing.
I love big butts. I cannot lie. I bought Sir Mix-a-Lot on CD.
What track was that?
But I'll tell you this. As a guy who spent all his hard-earned money, his Bennigan's money on a CD, if that first track didn't hit, I was less likely to enjoy that album. You have to lead with one of your most solid tracks. That's what makes a classic album. You can't have a dud to start the album. Chances are the rest of the album's not that good when the first track. You're not starting off your album with the weakest track.
I get it. You want to start out strong. I always make the
to Dan's analogy though. When you lose a stinker like that, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to change the outcome of the rest of the season.
I know it's a different sport, but I always joke that if you go bowling, even if you're going with your kids or wife or your buds, if in the first frame you bowl a 7 and then miss the spare, and you're like, oh my first frame is a 7 open. Like you're sort of aggravated to the point where you're like,
there's no reset button.
You
for
can't you
Bill
almost want to reset. Now if you get a spare or strike in the first frame, you're like, all right, here we go.
And I get it. On a CD, you could do if there was a stinker to start the album, and it does happen. You did a little skipperoo. You skip it.
Yes.
But you can't skip this 48-14 loss. And it's a good one. But I'm telling you, this is straight up from years and years of CD collecting. You expect that first track to hit. Whether it be a hip-hop album, country album, rock album, that first track should be like the second dopest song after your lead single. That's how I always felt about the first track of the song. And to play into the analogy, I think it's a great one. Bill Belichick had to make a statement, and he made the opposite of that yesterday.
It's interesting. How does one recover? Who do they play next? I'm sorry. I apologize not for looking it up.
Charlotte.
So they should win that game, I imagine.
They're not good Charlotte, speaking of music. I think they're bad Charlotte.
Yeah.
49ers, Rich.
And then Richmond at home.
So, I mean,
the
they do have a few, though. If they kept it close last night, then you would have said something different, right?
Yeah, and one good thing that may have come from a bad situation with Gio Lopez getting hurt was that we saw Max Johnson come in. He missed, a year because of that gruesome leg injury, almost lost his leg, and then threw the touchdown to his brother.
He said Max Johnson.
But maybe
good one.
Belichick found his quarterback moving forward.
Taking it one day at a time.
Hey, that would be cool. Hey, and we love a great story, right? So the great story here would be if they were able to turn it around. You could go on analogies all day long. We've seen it, Rich, right?
Yeah.
We've seen someone step out, and in the first round, they get rocked. But then it's a long fight. They come back and win, and they battle, and that's just part of the story. In college, however, every game counts that much more.
I think
it was hard to watch. It really was, and it was like a somber feel. Unless you were a TCU fan, it was like a somber vibe watching Belichick.
I felt
there.
that way.
So deflated.
I felt that way last year. Anytime.
Maybe it's a little harder to deflate footballs and spy on your opponents in college.
Deflated, pun intended.
Yeah.
Good one.
I think I felt that way last year when Coach Prime in Colorado would play a bigger opponent. You're like, come on, keep it close. And then when it was sort of a blowout or not a good game, you'd be like, man. I think if it was close last night, you just want Belichick to compete, and you almost want to feel like he's making an impact. Because if the team gets no better, then it's almost like, then what is he even doing there?
And you know what?
Sold-out crowds, people hyped.
They look to him for answers. Like, the players can only do so much. You expect them to be able to perform, but they're playing under Bill Belichick. So they're just looking to him to be like, can you do something?
What do we do?
Yeah, what do we do? It's different, right? Like, yeah, I get it. If you're playing for another coach, you're still under their tutelage and under their play calling and everything else. But there's a sense of, we got this one on the field. I think when you're playing under him, you're looking to him for all the answers, and the camera's on him, the attention's on him, and it's just an awkward situation. And again, back to Colin Cowherd, he was saying the biggest problem is Bill not putting enough emphasis on offense, and that's the game he has to play in college. So again, he needs to change the menu. He's the old chef. He's the grumpy chef that gets mad when you ask him to switch it up a little bit.
Now, I do think
what joke stood out the most to you, though, as he got clowned?
That's a good one. I do think, though, that all these kids love playing for him. Maybe not, like, even if they don't love him personally, if you're playing for North Carolina.
Yeah, the guy's got rings. He coached Tom Brady, but that's why you expect him to have some sort of crystal ball, some sort of magic trick to fix this. But that's not how it's going to work.
I think, though, that if you're a young kid, you almost feel that if you play for Belichick, more eyes will be on you because there's people that will be watching UNC games that previously didn't. So you're thinking that just your overall potential stock could rise.
There's no question.
Playing for UNC now, where let's say you're a middle lineman or someone that maybe someone becomes a late round draft pick that previously didn't get enough eyes because no one cared about North Carolina. So playing for Belichick still, especially with his recommendation, maybe in the combine or something, people, he's a good kid. He's a good, disappointer. Belichick has pull.
I like him.
So I think that playing for him still has a big lore and buzz in college. But yesterday certainly wasn't the start. Fans wanted, he wanted, anyone really wanted, unless, of course, you were a fan of TCU. And you
honestly, I don't know. It was a bigger nightmare watching poor Bill Belichick look old and outdated and seem to have overstayed his welcome as a coach. That's how it felt. Could he turn it around? Of course. That's how it felt. What was a bigger nightmare, that or, again, the Netflix documentary Unknown Number with that woman's face?
This is my nightmare.
I don't know if you guys saw it
I'm going to watch
it's a
tonight.
nightmare.
I hear everyone buzzing about
Nightmare. The catfish story.
I thought you were going to say,
Nightmare.
Put these in order of, got to turn it around. Belichick, Arch Manning, Alabama.
Belichick.
No. My thought is Alabama, the
That
expectation.
dude's getting paid,
Yeah,
bro.
Alabama.
Really?
That was concerning. Seeing
Yeah, but
them.
look what they're paying Belichick.
I said 8-4 last week, and I thought now that might be a little bit too of an optimistic.
But
look.
there's an expectation for
Maybe 4-8
for DeBoer and Alabama. Like Alabama went in thinking like this should be a playoff team.
The honeymoon is over.
Yeah,
for
so
DeBoer.
I think there's a real big expectation on Alabama to turn around. I think an individual player like Arch Manning, he's gonna. What are they playing, like Coastal someone next week? Some trash team. So he'll put up 400 yards.
Bill Belichick
look
signed
amazing.
a 5-year deal with North Carolina, $50 million over 5 years, so $10 million a year for the first 3 years guaranteed, plus all the bonuses. Plus he has this resume of being a Super Bowl champion, always with the Brady thing on his back too. Can he do it without Brady? And people were buzzing about that last night.
Yeah, Rich, they play San Jose State.
Oh, I was going to say, I always start a Coastal if I can't remember because that's usually a bad team, right? Like there's usually something
the
Coastal.
Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina.
There's always
They've been bowling recently.
There's always a bad Coastal team.
And by the way, just when I thought I saw every meme possible clowning Belichick, there was another one, and another one, and another one. What stood out the most to you? And do you feel bad? Because I do, but that's what happens when you stick around too long, man.
I mean, we talked about it with David Letterman, who knew perfectly when to get out.
Or we're all prisoners of the moment, and Arch Manning
Yeah.
and
We gotta give 'em time.
Belichick.
We gotta give 'em all time.
They turn it all around. It doesn't really mean all that much, and they prove us all wrong. And that would be great. No one's rooting against that. I would love that to happen. I think those are great stories. But
It's sort of like a
rocky start,
it's
to say the least.
It's sort of a sad thing, and you could say, sad, who gives a shiitake mushrooms? You could say, who cares? Because they've all made millions and millions and billions and billions and millions.
Paid.
But when you look at guys that stick around a little too long, I mean, some could argue at our other stomping ground, SiriusXM, there's controversies like Howard staying or going. Do you think he loves that all these podcasters are way popular now?
No.
Do you think Bill Belichick knows that in the NFL?
Speaking of, he was supposed to announce today the future of his broadcasting career, and he pushed
it
that
back
again. Radio silence until September 8th now, he's saying he's going to announce what's next. But
So when you
the
see
world changed around him,
when you
much
see
like the game of football.
when you see legends like late night talk show host, Howard Stern, Bill Belichick, and the talk of the town becomes younger coaches, younger podcasters, all that. Can't feel good for them, even though they've made hundreds of millions of dollars and they're legends. It can't feel good when you're watching things change around you. And I'm sure Bill Belichick had those thoughts on his mind when he was laying in bed with his hot young girlfriend last night. Probably made him feel better, but still, he had to be thinking like, I'm a damn 7-time, 6-time Super Bowl champion. Oh, more. He won with the Giants too.
He won 8 rings, I believe.
8 rings
2
total.
as defensive coordinator.
2 and then 6, 8 total.
She's the same age as his backup quarterback, by the way.
The same age as his backup QB. He's got to be thinking like, oh, man, did I make a mistake? It has to cross his mind because we all make those. You get a new job, you buy a house, you get a new car. Everyone goes through those moments where you're like,
I don't think he is going to think he made a mistake. Remember, we talked about this last year, was that he's pretty much setting his son up.
nah, that is true. So you can say for that reason alone.
Yeah, doing it for the family.
But
You get a new car, you get a new condo, new house, new anything. There is a party that's like, did I make the right choice? We all do it.
yes,
It's human nature.
Because he's human and he can't avoid those thoughts. It's as simple as that. I believe that. I don't think he's doubting his abilities,
His skill set, yeah.
but I'm sure there is some self-doubt of, did I stick around too long maybe? Is it worth it? That sort of thing. It's just, he's human. At the beginning, middle, and end of the day when he's sitting there in his bed, he's a human, and it has to bother him.
Only human.
And we'll give him time.
Of
Like we
flesh
can't,
and blood.
it's the first game.
Yeah,
It's
of
the
course.
first
I mean,
game. It's
it's
the first
like,
game.
but we live in a world of overreaction, Sam. So we're just feeding into the
yeah.
eye-rolling
No,
overreaction.
I don't know. As we said, we were here on Labor Day. Actually, we were in for Dan Patrick. If you missed it, catch the podcast. We were here yesterday, early in the morning. We were saying that it's all we have now. So, of course, we're going to speculate. It's all we got.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're rooting for it.
I mean,
I want to make that clear.
To bring it back to my dude Juan Soto, he started out like ass. He's been the best player in baseball the last month or so. So it depends. Like, do you look at the total package, or do you say, well, he stunk, now he's good? So it's game one, again, for everyone, for Alabama, Arch Manning, Bill Belichick, all the hot stories. It's
You know what
week
stood
one.
out to me, Rich, and we'll set this up for some phone calls. What stood out to you? 877-99 on Fox, that no one is safe when it comes to getting clowned online.
Yeah.
And it's all meant in fun. It's sports. It's entertainment. It's got to sting a little bit, but no one's immune to just being harassed online and bullied online and being made the joke. And I think that all came clear when Jordan became the cry face. When we saw the GOAT, Michael Jordan, being clowned with the cry face online, that was it. Nobody's safe. And Bill Belichick was that guy last night.
Now, coming up, we're going to take your feedback on your observations, but I want to throw a little audible at you guys. I'm going to pull Peyton Manning at the line of scrimmage, late 90s.
Don't pull an Arch Manning.
Late 90s.
He might be ass.
Late 90s. That's what I'm picturing, like 1998. No, probably no. That's like early
That's like-
Manning.
yeah,
That's early. Maybe like
2000s.
05, 06 Manning. Yeah.
And you just jumped like 6-7 years.
I know. Get your decades right.
Yeah, man.
I'm at the line of scrimmage pulling an audible. Look at the NFL. Look at the NFL schedule. Who are you putting in the Arch Manning, Bill Belichick, Alabama category? Pick a team that you think may have a surprisingly bad week one and that you think we are going to talk about next week. Because there's going to be one. Like, there's going to be one, quote, good team that's like, what happened? Is Joe Burrow done? Like, there's going to be one story week one that we're going to come in here on Monday, like everyone else, and talk about it. So think of that. We'll take your feedback next. More Covino Rich right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Game on. Week one starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. This isn't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks, anytime TD rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win.
New customers, this one's for you. You're going to bet just $5, and you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, you could grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. So if you want all those Sunday games, this is a way to get it. To get $200 off. Just hit up DraftKings.
Your season starts now. You got to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CRSHOW. That's code CRSHOW to get 300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus, over 200 off NFL Sunday tickets from YouTube and YouTube TV.
In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong. For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
What is this?
your favorite, the Jonas Brothers.
My favorite. Get out of here.
Or are you going to take your girlfriend to see them?
No.
Your younger girlfriend, Jordan?
I was trying to see if I can get some tickets. I'm waiting for the cool guy discount. Waiting for the hookup.
Well,
live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, we are Covino and Rich. And if you miss any of today's show or yesterday's show, we filled in for Dan Patrick. Just search the podcast. Search Covino and Rich, C-O-V-I-N-O, wherever you get your podcast. After the show, Danny puts the best of up every day, so it's like a nice condensed version. And at the end of the week, we have a best of the week also available. So please follow, rate, and review our podcast. 5 stars only, Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio.
I told Sam to play the Jonas Brothers, Only Human, because, I mean, athletes, coaches, only human. They're going to have thoughts of, man, do I wish I didn't do this? Should I have sat this one out? But you know what? I thought more about it. And listen, there's an expectation in Alabama. We're talking about who is.
You should have played the Human League, by the way. I'm only human, of flesh and blood, born to make mistakes. You remember that song?
Why play it when you just did an a cappella version?
I just gave you the harmony.
So
I thought you were going to hit the high note for me.
I look at the NFL and I look at college football. We talked about whose expectation is high. Alabama, DeBoer, and we're talking our buddy Jeff hit us up from Alabama, and he goes, dude, Alabama is definitely concerning. Everyone's calling for this guy's head already. All sides of the ball were alarming against Florida State.
You don't think
if
that
he loses one more game, the boosters and everyone might be like, out.
I get
Alabama.
Him out. Alabama has a certain expectation, right?
Yes.
But you don't think that Bill Belichick has a certain sort of pedigree he needs to live up to?
There was a sense of maybe he could turn the program around, but if anything, he just brought eyes to the program. There was never an expectation that Bill Belichick goes to UNC and they win a national championship. However, when Jordan Hudson's on the sidelines during a blowout loss, wearing her razzly-dazzly bell-bottoms, and something feels weird about this. But,
the meme said she was asking him for $20 to go to the concession stand.
Is that true? She wanted ice cream, right?
Yeah. Billy,
Dude, I saw so many jokes. What was the age gap of the score? What was that?
41 to
7,
7,
yeah.
41.
When Bill Belichick was 41, Jordan Hudson was 7.
Oh, jeez. That was one.
And that was quick, man. That meme came out like that.
Like as if someone mentally prepares these memes ahead of time. Our buddy Ryan, Big Sexy Ryan, showed me a video of, remember the Titans? I could have just said remember one time, right?
Remember,
hey guys, remember the Titans?
Titans?
Remember the Titans? the young daughter is always cheering on dad in the stands, and it was like, oh, there's Jordan cheering on Bill.
The young daughter, wasn't that Hayden Panettiere?
A young Hayden Panettiere, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there were so many jokes. I saw Bill Belichick. There was an AI meme instantly created where where was he working?
Working
again?
at Publix.
Yeah, he's working. Yeah, he's got the
He's
apron on.
He's a greeter.
He's a greeter now. Like, I mean,
yeah, that's not cool.
They didn't waste any time clowning the dude. Do you feel bad? Your observations? Let's go to Mike.
South Dakota. What's up, Mikey?
What's going on, guys?
What's
Thanks
up,
for taking my call.
No problem, man. What's up?
Yeah, kind of a two-parter here. One, I think Belichick, I think he deserves what he's getting, on that, because it's just he never saw any of his ex-wives or anything like that, and anything I think he's not probably doing the job like he used to do. Even I know he's much older, but I think that's part of it. I think he's under the spell of his young lady friend there. And then the other thing is, I think there's so many people that just watch games, probably to be on social media and try to get that meme out as fast as anyone. I do feel bad for, college athletes, if they make one mistake, then they're all over everything.
That really does feel like, I don't know if there's truth to this, because I've never made a meme to clown somebody like this, unless it was about Rich, maybe, because I love to clown on Rich.
Thanks.
No, but, who does that? I feel like that is, they're in it for the gram and for the likes. Who can I clown? And this is why I'm watching.
I mean, by the way, though,
it seems to be the end goal of what's going on with live events, not just sports.
Fingers hovering over the send button.
But being the meme, is that a bragging right? Like that kid, the Alabama middle finger kid, is that a bragging right for that kid?
Oh,
or
of
is
course.
But I think that's different, though.
He's a fan.
He's referring to players getting torched if they make a mistake.
Yeah, they're just getting lit up. That's just the world we live in.
Let's go to Gus in Los Gatos. That means the cats.
Yo, what up, Gus?
California. What's up, Gus?
Hey, how we doing, fellas? Thanks for the call. Listen, I'll just start by saying I'm a diehard Eagles fan, and while life's really good right now, back in 2017 when they beat Bill and Brady, it meant the world to me to know that's who they had to take down to be champions. And I don't want history to look forward and say, you beat Bill Belichick? Big whoop, after what he's doing in North Carolina. And I'm even thinking of New York Giants fans. I'm thinking of Jets fans that beat him. I want this guy's history to live out positively.
That's what happens, man. It's Larry Holmes beat Muhammad Ali, but did he really beat Muhammad Ali? There's a lot of people that beat Muhammad Ali at the end of his career, but did they really beat Muhammad Ali, or did they beat the shell of what he once was? That doesn't count.
Not everyone goes out like TB12 and goes to the Bucks.
But that's what happens.
Wins a Super Bowl. Right now, you could be saying that about Aaron Rodgers. If the Steelers stink and Aaron Rodgers shows no real productivity, you might say that's the greatest passer.
So again, to prove that we're not the same idiots just waiting to pounce with a dumb meme, I think I speak on behalf of Rich and most people here, unless you're some sort of Belichick or Patriots hater, which I get and I understand. I would love to see him turn it around. Same with Manning. No one's rooting for anybody's failure.
Bro, for storyline purposes alone, it would have been really cool for him to win last night, because then it's man, look what Bill did. Him losing in such a terrible fashion.
It left me in a weird mood.
Yeah.
I didn't want to feel like that last night.
Well, I have thoughts about the NFL, but first, let's go to Dan Byer, because Dan, I pinpointed a few teams that I feel like we could be making fun of in a week from now. So what you got, man?
Looking forward to that. Should be an interesting week one. Will the Chargers be one? Well, they've got that game in Brazil against the Chiefs. And Najee Harris said yesterday that he's going to play in the game and, in fact, was a full participant in practice today. So that bodes well for the running back in advance of the season opener Friday. The New York Giants are listing first-round pick quarterback Jackson Dart as the backup to Russell Wilson on the team's depth chart. That means Jameis Winston is the third-team quarterback. Jaguars listing Travis Hunter as a first-team wide receiver, second-team corner on their depth chart ahead of week one. Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel says wide receiver Stephon Diggs will play against the Raiders on Sunday. The Bills have the Ravens on Sunday night. Today, Buffalo signed free agent wide receiver Gabe Davis, who was drafted by the Bills and spent the first 4 years of his career in Buffalo. Ohio State's the new number one team in the latest AP Top 25 college football poll. Penn State is second, followed by LSU, in at 3. Georgia's in at 4. Miami comes in at 5. Oregon 6th. Texas drops from 1 to 7. Clemson at 8. Notre Dame 9 in South Carolina 10. Florida State debuts at 14. Alabama drops to 21. At the U.S. Open, second seed Carlos Alcaraz onto the semifinals with a straight sets victory today, while Marketa Vondrousova withdrew from her quarterfinal match in the women's draw against top seed Arina Sabalenka. So Sabalenka is onto the semifinals to face Jessica Pegula. Guys, back to you.
No, thanks, Dan Byer. Now, I'm going to go over this week one. You know, what teams could be the Bill Belichick, the Arch Manning, the Alabama of the NFL? We'll get to that next. But Dan Byer, one quick question to clear something up because I don't know, and I can't be the only one. When you create the depth chart at quarterback, that's because you have to report that into the league? Because let's say there's a situation that calls for Jameis Winston. If he's suited up, does it matter where they're listed? Because Dable at any point could be like, I'm feeling Winston. He goes in, right?
The new rules would allow Winston to be the emergency quarterback. So while he wouldn't be active on the 45 list, he would be able to come in and replace a quarterback if the first two were out, because
so your coach does have to go to number 2 on the depth chart.
Yes, because he would be the active player.
So
the
even if you're carrying the third, he can't go in ahead of the second.
If the third quarterback is active on the 45-man game day roster, remember we have inactives.
But you wouldn't likely have him active unless.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Interesting.
Good to know.
Which is the 49ers, the Brock Purdy NFC Championship game. They couldn't do anything because of Josh Johnson getting knocked out and Garoppolo's injury.
You're right. Well, thank you, Dan Byer, for clearing that up. I couldn't be the only one that didn't know. All right, so listen, coming up, we'll talk a lot of NFL Week 1, and I'm still going to give my boy Juan Soto props throughout the day. So hang tight. More Covino and Rich right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Wake up, it's 2 pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win? Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there, and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Now, Dan Byer's right. You could have a stinker to open up your album. Doesn't mean that the rest of the album's going to suck. So it doesn't mean that Bill Belichick can't turn it around. However, you expect that first track to hit. Just like Them Bones, Alice in Chains, because if this didn't hit, I would have checked out Down in a Hole and Rooster and Angry Chair and Wood. First track has to hit, and Bill Belichick blew it.
You're saying that if you're going to prepare all offseason, all of camp for game one, you better bring it.
You bring it strong for your first track, for your first appearance, for your first anything. You know, your first appearance, whatever it is, man, you got to bring it. And Alice in Chains brought it with that one. Good call, Iowa Sam. Danny G, super producing. 877-99 on Fox is the number. Spots back on the videos. We're streaming live on our YouTube channel. That's me, House of Chingasos, right here. Again, youtube.com at Covino and Rich FSR. Live from Fox Sports Radio studio. It's time for our Tire Rack play of the day. It's the run that put the game away for TCU last night and sunk Belichick's UNC debut.
Barnes in the backfield. Stands directly behind Hoover's in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Turn. Give Barnes. They come from the edge. Barnes finds a seam. 30, 35, 40. Barnes down the right-hand sideline. Down to the 40. Down to the 30. They don't have an angle. Barnes will score. Hit the horn. Touchdown TCU. 75-yard touchdown run.
Ooh, yeah. Or what I call Les Miserables. Yeah, it was like a somber vibe. I don't know. I just sat there like, I felt so off last night because of that game and because of that horrible Netflix documentary, Unknown Number.
That is courtesy of Learfield. That's our Tire Rack play of the day. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Tire Rack.
Now, you said documentaries. It's like so many documentaries that I've started so many, and I'm like, which one do I continue? The catfish one might be the one, but then I'm like, I'm too into the Jerry Jones Cowboys one.
Oh, America's team was great.
Hurricane Katrina one.
Ooh, just watched the first two of that one.
So
third one is a
lots
sleeper.
of great documentaries to watch when you're not watching sports, but we got a lot of great baseball tonight, and then football 2 days away. Now, I said, who could be the Belichick, the Alabama, the Arch Manning of the NFL come the end of this weekend? Because after Thursday, Friday, and Sunday night, there's going to be a team that came into the season with high hopes that just, doesn't have a great week one. And it's going to be, unfortunately, probably one of our talking points. Colin, Dan Patrick, Stephen A. Everyone's going to be talking. McAfee, you name it. Barstool. There's going to be someone in the NFL that gets the Belichick, Alabama, Arch Manning treatment. And I have a couple candidates. So hear me out. This is what I'm thinking.
Well, with this conversation, you have to have a certain level of expectation. So,
of course, yeah.
Where are the high expectations in the NFL?
So, with Najee Harris back, and Dan Beyer brought that up, the game that leaves the country, Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, I think whoever loses that game, there's going to be a layer of, man, the Chargers can't do anything to get to that next level. And then if the Chiefs lose, then it's, I knew it.
Shake up in the AFC West.
It's over.
Dynasty's over.
Dynasty. Travis Kelce's engaged. Mahomes. They showed they were human last year, and it's over. So I think the loser of that game there's going to be a big overreaction to, man, the Chargers they're never going to do it, or the Chiefs. I told you, Dynasty's over. I think, unfortunately, me and Dan Beyer's teams who go head to head. I think if the 49ers lose in Seattle, they're slight favorites on the road. I think there'll be a lot of people that doubt Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, McCaffrey, Kittle. With all those guys playing, if they don't beat Seattle, there's going to be a lot of, window closed, bro. Window closed. Niners are done.
I think so. I think so as well. I think that's a fair point. I think it could be a fist fight. I think it could be 17-14, 20-14 sort of game between
and if
the
the
two
Niners
teams.
don't come out with a win, the narrative will be windows closed. And the last one, I think you could argue that the Broncos, because there is such an expectation coming out of the AFC West, Danny G.
I thought you were going to say Rodgers. Again, another story of overstaying your welcome.
Yeah, that could very well. But they're playing the Jets, so I guess if the Jets do win, you'll hear a lot of that. But I think the Broncos, they have a cake game at home against the Titans. So if they don't whoop ass, then everyone's going to be like, Broncos, I thought they were supposed to be a playoff team.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture. We talk about sports. We talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino. loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it. Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan. I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
After saying yesterday he was going to play in Week 1, Chargers running back Najee Harris was a full participant in practice today and looks on track to play against the Chiefs Friday night in Brazil. Giants open the season Sunday against the Commanders. Russell Wilson is their first-team quarterback. Second on the depth chart is first-round pick Jackson Dart. Jameis Winston, the third-team QB in New York. Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel says wide receiver Stephon Diggs will play against the Raiders on Sunday. Bills have the Ravens on Sunday night. Today, Buffalo signed wide receiver Gabe Davis. Ohio State's the new #1 team in the AP Top 25 college football poll. Penn State remains second. LSU is third. Georgia 4, Miami 5. Florida State debuted at 14 with Alabama dropping to 21. At the U.S. Open, Marketa Vondrousova withdrew from her quarterfinal match against Arena Sabalenka because of injury. Carlos Alcaraz, a winner in men's quarterfinals in straight sets. I'm Dan Beyer.
Hey! A Tuesday that feels like a Monday. We got 2 days into the NFL. Some great baseball this week. We are in September baseball. And I guess since it's September, can you start decorating for Halloween? or too soon.
I mean, if you want, if you got kids, why not?
Yeah, right. Why
We're
not?
broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Ever wanted to try an Olympic and Paralympic sport?
Oh.
Try fencing.
Fencing,
It's
you say?
fast, safe,
Get
easy
outta
to
here.
start. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing. Steve Covino, Rich Davis, and you, Fox Sports Radio Nation.
Honey, we should try fencing. I don't know. I'm not in a good mood today.
Tough day.
Tough day.
Tough night.
Come on, Billy.
We got Iowa Sam. We got Danny G, the super producer, 877-99 on Fox. DB on the updates. And Spot back on the videos. Again, we're streaming live. You could watch the show. Our bonus pod Overpromised, which is like a TV show. It's all on our new page, youtube.com/Covino and Rich FSR. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. I want to shout out Ezio Auditori. What up, Ezio and Brett Schaefer and Shark Gamer 12. After show, but later. Weston, Idaho. Cliff Mayasaka. Gabe Moreno. All the people chiming in live. Be part of the fun. Interact live. There's a live chat on our YouTube page. So appreciate all the feedback. What up, K Rain?
In fact, if you join now, which is absolutely free, again, youtube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. Join right now. I'll give you a shout out on the spot. Join the chat. Have some fun. Most interactive show there is, so let's do this.
All right. So lots to get to this hour. Showtime Mahomes trivia as Mahomes gets ready for the Chargers. He's stopping by here to give away some prizes, an IOU football. We got some footballs to give away, bribery balls. If we have time today, Rich, Le'Veon Bell in the news. If not, we can get to it tomorrow or Overpromise. But we got to talk your boy Hunter Renfro. I say your boy because you guys have things in common.
What do we have in common?
You both have nose-picking kids.
That is true. We do both have nose-picking kids. Facts. There's a story about Hunter Renfro that I find.
And you both make lame excuses up when you're not around for important phone calls.
I was busy.
Rich is the guy. I don't know if everybody has a guy like this. He's one of two things. He's the guy that calls you with something that could have been texted. Like, that's what he called me for? He could have texted me that. That's always a weird feeling. But he's also the guy that calls you and calls you and calls you, right? And let's say you missed a call. You call him back, and then he rushes you off the phone. It's like, you were the one calling me. Now you're rushing me off the phone.
True story.
It's the weirdest thing. Spot, have you noticed that? It's a weird, noticeable personality trait.
I noticed that.
It's like, why are you rushing me off the phone when you're the one that called me up?
Probably called you when I had like a question or a reason to call you. Not anymore.
Well, Hunter Renfro in the news because he missed an important phone call.
No, not one. 10 important phone calls.
Fact, yeah.
The story goes like this. Hunter Renfro, as you know, he got cut by the Carolina Panthers.
He did.
Trying to make a big comeback. He missed all of last year.
There was an injury, though, that led to them bringing him back.
So I'm not even there yet. This is the guy that was a star for your Raiders, Danny G. And then things just sort of went not so great for Hunter Renfro.
Yeah.
Last year, ulcers, I believe, and other ailments.
Yep. And before that, he ran into Josh McDaniels, unfortunately, was in that doghouse, had a couple of concussions. So tough road for him the past few years.
Tried to make his comeback and actually got cut by the Panthers. But injuries have now led to them saying, we're just kidding, come on back. But the whole come on back thing happened via a phone call that he was not receiving. He kept getting calls, in fact, from his agent, from Carolina Panthers front office people. But guess what? His kids were on his phone watching Bluey. Which, by the way, great show. Hey, Mom.
Yeah, his kid kept swiping ignore.
Dad. What are you doing, kid? Am I getting calls? No, stop it. Bingo.
So his kid ignored the call 10 times.
Bluey.
That's the story. Panthers brass calling him up, and they're like, yeah, nah, Bluey, sorry. And that was the reason he missed these calls from his agent and from the Panthers. That's the story.
Well, as promised, hello, Colin in Chicago. Hello, iMash. Hello.
Colin in Chicago.
Hello.
Is
Colin.
that Colin in Chicago?
Stars. Hello, numero uno, 54.
Stars.
So, yeah, I mean, it poses the question, Have you ever missed an important email, an important call, an important message? Maybe it got thrown to a wrong mailbox or
Well, that happens all the time.
You've got mail.
But if it's that important, you're looking for it, right? But there's a lot of messages that get lost in like some random folder or just like a message as a host. Sometimes I'll get a lot of feedback and it ends up in a folder that I never check. And I'll get that like 2 months later. I feel bad. And
I do feel
respond.
bad. Sometimes it'll be like Instagram or Facebook or something, and it'll be under almost like a requested folder.
Yeah. That's not important, but I did want to explain. That happens a lot.
It'll be like months old, like, hey, I love your show. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I promise you, I'm not a jerk. Thank you. But I didn't get this message. Danny, you said you have a story about a missed email a la Hunter Renfro.
Well, you got to bring up old stuff. Yeah, I was talking to this big-time big shop program director in Portland. It was like 2009, 2010. And we were in talks about me joining as his assistant program director, and I was going to be doing afternoon drive. So we were trying to agree on the money. We were going back and forth, and he told me, I'll email you with my final offer. And I'm like, all right. So I had a couple other offers, things going on at the time. I never got that email from him. So I thought, he just couldn't, meet my asking price, and I guess that's dead in the water. A couple of years ago, I was clearing out my spam folder in my Yahoo. There's an email in there where he's giving me his final offer. He was able to match the money, and he said, and I need you to call me in the next 24 hours so I can get this done through the general manager. Let's go. I felt so stupid looking at that email.
There's a different timeline where you moved to Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd be like a sandal and sock guy. He'd be like, yeah.
Danny G would be a hippie. Hanging out at Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, no, I like you better this way, Danny G.
Wow.
But yeah, that's important. That's bad. So has there been a moment where maybe your kid ruined it for you because they didn't accept the call or it was lost in the spam folder, like Rich said? 877-99 on Fox, because, that's pretty important.
It all worked out, but think about it. Hunter Renfro, his agent is probably feverishly calling him like, we got the offer. There was an injury. You're back on. You're a Carolina Panther. The Panthers front office is calling Renfro. And again, his kids are watching Bluey and Bingo.
Is Bluey still hot right now? Because you always talk about that Demon Hunter thing now.
Well, that's for younger. I think Demon Hunters, my daughter's 8. That's more for younger girls.
Is Bluey still as hot as it once was?
I think Bluey's still popping for the young kids.
Really?
Bluey's legit,
How
man.
about Coco Melon? Is that still popping?
That's popping for the youngsters.
How about Baby
little
Shark? Are kids still rocking to that?
Miss Rachel, I think that's still a thing
because
too.
Things go through phases. Yeah, no, because when my kid was little, she's a teenage pain in the ass right now. Yo Gabba Gabba was all the buzz and all the rage, and Caillou and Fresh Beat Band. And those things go so quick. So,
the new one, Rich, on Netflix? Have your kids watch Booba?
Booba?
Yeah.
got
Check that out.
your Blueys and your Boobas and your
that meme
Cocoa Melons.
I love that meme. It's like every generation has their blue dog to get them through tough times. It's like Huckleberry Hound, Bluey, the Blues Clues dog, and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, we had Snoop Dogg.
Now, I have a story that's, you can imagine, a little more scandalous. And Covino, I believe, was part of this. I'm surprised he doesn't remember this one. Missed phone calls or missed opportunities.
Back in the day, though, take it back on a Tuesday, do you remember like the crazy responsibility that would be on you as a kid if you got a phone call and it was important for your parents? You had to write it down. Do you remember that feeling? This is important. You need to write it down. You're writing down a message for mom and dad because they weren't there. You're like, I'm not the answering machine, but you had to do that stuff.
not to be.
That's something your kids will never know.
They'll never know.
I probably unlocked the memory, but you had to do that.
Wait,
hold
on.
Relay some weird message to your dad about some guy wanting money or whatever.
And for a fact, you didn't write down enough.
Yeah.
I remember in college, not to be too inside radio.
You wrote the number down wrong, and it's all your fault now.
Not to hit you with another radio story, Danny, but I didn't miss out on a job, but I remember my college roommate got the call from a big-time program director at iHeart when I was a youngster on the come-up, and he's like, I don't know, some dude, and he kept saying his name wrong. It was Kid Kelly out of Z100 in New York, which is a big deal for a college kid. A guy at a New York radio station was getting back to a college kid about his demo tape, and he's like, I don't know, some dude called. I'm like, who? He's like,
guy with a stupid name.
I don't know, like Kid McGee or something. Like, who? I'm like, he almost messed this up. So that whole idea of taking a message for someone, but I have a better one. Covino and I back in our single days, we were always good wingmen to each other because a girl's usually not going to like me and Covino because it was either like she either likes the Latino guy or the white guy. Like, we were good wingmen to each other in that way. There were these girls that were like, we want to hang with you guys. We'll call you later.
Oh, I remember this story.
And we were like, oh, dude, they're going to call us later. We were single and 20-something and dumb.
We were partying in Hoboken. I remember the bar and everything. We were at the Cadillac Bar in Hoboken, New Jersey.
We were in Jersey, and it was earlier in the night, and these girls, like, at the end of the night, let's all meet up. And they were pretty, without saying it, they were pretty much like, hey, us two hot girls want to totally get naked with you guys. And I remember Covino and I were like, yo, I think these two hot girls want to hang late tonight. Our buddy Nico, who you know, was like, yo, in the meantime, you guys want to go have another drink at my apartment? We go to Nico's for a drink. The night passes, and these are the days of flip phones. We don't have iPhones. The night passes. We're like, oh, man, we got stood up. Those girls never called us. That sucks. We leave Nico's, go into the parking garage. He was getting a bad signal. All of a sudden, bloop, 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 bloop. These girls are like, we're waiting for you. We're really like, how do I say this? Horned up, essentially. Like
we're all ready.
We're ready. Where are you guys?
Waiting.
The more you make us wait, the more we want you. And
oh
bloop,
my God,
bloop,
I can't
bloop,
believe
bloop.
you're blowing us off. It's like we weren't blowing anybody off.
And then it turned into like, well, forget you guys. We're like, no.
And honestly, didn't realize that we had no signal the whole time.
No signal. And then by the time we called them back, they were like, yeah, no thanks.
So, yeah, missed opportunity for sure.
Couldn't see the bars on your phone?
It was like a different
Come
time.
on. You got the little bars.
Sam, it was the 2000s.
Yeah, it was the early 2000s,
Come on.
man. I didn't know that was the deal at the time, I guess.
But Hunter Renfro, pretty funny story. So if you want to share some times where you missed out on an opportunity, or, again, Covino makes a good point. If it's really important, 99% of the time, you're rechecking. Like, I'll be honest, if I email the boss and it's something important, I will even check my spam folder to make sure it didn't go in there. So,
and Google Mail has everything categorized now, like purchases, transactions, promos, your actual mail, your important mail. Like, yeah, like you gotta check those things all the time because it could get lost in the mix. You don't want to pull a Danny G or a Renfro here.
It is hard to miss something important nowadays.
It
still happens.
It seems like back then more emails went to spam for whatever reason.
Yeah, but you get so much junk. It is easy to still lose some stuff or just like not really notice what it is because it's in the mix of all the other crap that you get.
No doubt. So, hey, your thoughts at Covino and Rich. Hunter Renfro looks like he's going to get another opportunity now for the Panthers, which, by the way, could they be one of your surprise teams of 2025 when we talk about these teams week one? Because there's going
to be to schedule watch, Rich.
Oh, wait. Did you say schedule watching?
Yeah, I have to look at their schedule.
Oh, boy.
The Rich loves to look at the schedule game.
Schedule watching. Ooh, schedule watching. Let me give you the Carolina Panthers first couple weeks because I think the Panthers could be a team that early on, if they play like a team that has had top draft picks the last couple of years and really built something, Carolina starts at Jacksonville, winnable game. Then they play at Arizona, winnable game. And then they play the Falcons, winnable game. And then they go to New England. That's another rebuilding team. So the projected point spreads for those first four games, they're no more than a 4-point underdog, or actually they're favored against the Falcons. I know it's hard to do a point spread 3 weeks out, but as of right now in Vegas, they're not big-time underdogs against anyone. So maybe Carolina, maybe Hunter Renfro is part of the solution in Carolina. We shall see. Maybe that team steps it up. Again, weak division, weak schedule. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of football, if we have time, because we got Showtime Homes trivia coming up, there's a Le'Veon Bell story that I actually had to double check, and because I couldn't believe it was real. I was like, there's no way. And I was talking to Big Mike who runs this place.
Who?
He's like, what are you guys talking about today? And I told him, I was like, there's this Le'Veon Bell. He's like, there's no way that's true. So I looked it up, and if AI's wrong, AI said it's also a true story. I'm like, I can't believe it. If we have time, we'll tell you about the time he played hooky.
Bell said it. Big Mike said he just doesn't believe him. He thinks he was like tongue in cheek.
Right. So we'll get to that. Plus, giving away prizes. Are you ready to play? Because that's what we do next.
All right, coming up, if you want in, Showtime Mahomes trivia. It's very simple, guys.
Dude, we're 2 days away, bro.
So-
Come on, NFL, let's go.
And 3 days away from Patrick taking on the Chargers, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, that's going to be one of your big week 1 games. So we'll bring in Bootleg Mahomes, do some Showtime trivia. If you want in, 877-99 on Fox. And speaking of the Chiefs, as we get your feedback and phone calls, we'll play next. Did you see Jason Kelsey said, I hope I'm Travis's best man?
He said he has a lot of friends, but he hopes he's the best.
I mean,
man.
I'd imagine. But do you know that you could actually bet in Las Vegas who Taylor Swift's maid of honor will be? That's actually a bet.
But you know what? That's
it's
a question
bet
itself.
you can make.
Like, in my family, let's say I can make my brother like my kid's godfather. And people would say, well, why would you do that?
It's already your godfather.
It's already her uncle, right? You make a friend a godfather. Why would you waste that honor on your brother? Can the same be said about best man? It's like, well, it's already his brother. Make someone else, a friend, the best man.
You know,
I don't know about that. I think
it
it should be. I think it's automatically, Kelsey. I think you always go with family first.
I disagree because I feel like they already have a title.
That's the argument. That's my point.
I mean, but I think they're so close. They have a podcast together. They're both NFL stars back in the day and now with Travis still playing. But I think Jason's the obvious answer.
In other words, the question is, he's already your brother. He's already your best man. Make someone else your best man. It's quite the honor.
Yeah.
Like he's more than just a friend. He's your best man. And then, therefore, your brother by the honor. And the same argument goes with Godfather and things like that. It's like, why would you give it to a family member? They're already a family member.
Yeah, that's your uncle.
Yeah, I don't play by those rules. I do play by family first. So based on my theory,
you don't choose family.
Jason should be the best man. I believe that. He's
I'm
best
gonna
man
make
and
you the
brother.
best man. You can't refuse.
Yes, an
I'm
offer
gonna make
he-
you my best man.
But an offer he accepts.
But I always look at it this way: you don't choose family,
Like
a best
Rich,
man or an
you're-
honor.
You have a brother. You have a brother. Your brother should have been your best man. To me, that's insulting.
No, but he's already my brother.
That's the thought. I don't agree with that thought.
And we're not like the super closest, so I feel like by default just make him my best man. I have friends that I was closer to.
I think if Travis doesn't pick Jason, it's a little bit of a slight unless he plays by your rules.
Well, only because they're so abnormally synonymous with each other. But hey, speaking of the Chiefs, speaking of the Kelseys and all that, Mahomes, Showtime trivia. We got the phone calls lined up. We play next right here, Covino Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Now, DraftKings, got to tell you, game on. Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
This isn't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks, anytime TD rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win.
Now, we talked about some of those really close lines week 1, like 49ers, 2.5-point favorites over Dan Seahawks, and this is a close one. On Friday, we talked about the Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs, field goal and a half favorite. So see what you think. New customers, this is what we're doing for you. Bet just $5, and you're going to get $300 in bonus bets instantly.
Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV.
I think that's a cool perk there. Listen, if you're watching all these games, people talk about how that's a costly thing now. You're going to save $200 on NFL Sunday Ticket. So if I were you, I'd head over to DraftKings Sportsbook right now. Go to the app and use our code CRSHOW. Very important. Use that code CRSHOW. You get that $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet $5 or more. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV.
In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Wake up, it's 2 pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call. You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes. We talk about pop culture. We talk about sports. We talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, "Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense." Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, "Oh, look at that bozo over there," and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable.
Hey.
You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Welcome back to the romper room of radio. I see Matthew Ryder, number 1 LB54, Len Chesmore, the king of Idaho, the after show, but later, Wes, K. Rain, and Ty. And shout out to all the, give me like names from our generation, Johns, Michaels, and Steves.
And Anthony's.
Hello, Anthony's. 877-99 on Fox is our number. It's Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Remember, for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Now, stick around because we got Showtime Mahomes Trivia, giving away prizes. I saw Showtime Mahomes Trivia. That's his name.
Yeah.
I saw him in the kitchen all amped up about the game on Friday. But, Rich, quick phone call about missing that important phone call. It happens. It happened to Hunter Renfro. It's life. He missed the call from the Panthers because his kids were hogging up the screen with the bluey.
Let's say hi to Virginia.
By the way, you think everybody knows what we mean when we say bluey if they're not living that dad life?
Yeah, Bluey is a very popular kids cartoon.
I know it's common knowledge for anyone with kids or nephews or
Bro.
anything, but if you're like out of that game, you might not know. Bluey's a kids show.
Australian, right? Australian dog. I thought I'd never have to play this song again after the first hour.
And Sam, everybody that watches it will do their best job to convince you that it's the best show that ever was.
Hey, I'm listening to this music.
It is one of the best kid shows.
Yeah, but you know what?
You know what? Eureka's Castle was the best kids show.
Every parent thinks
Salute Your Shorts was the best when I was a kid.
Every parent thinks whatever their kid watches was the most special because it is. It's the truth.
But, I mean,
I'm talking about Pee-wee's Playhouse was the best kid show.
Castle.
I mean, objectively,
Mr. Rogers was the best.
some of the newer shows have really, it's like adult jokes mixed into. Anyway, you know what? Let's say hi to Scott. Virginia, what's up, bud?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What up, buddy boy?
You guys crack me up every afternoon. I appreciate your show.
Thank you,
very
man.
much. This is back in the Stone Age before cell phones. So I met this girl, and she lived out of town, but she was from here. Anyhow, she said, give me a call. So I broke out the phone book, looked up her name. Her parents were split up at the time. I called the wrong house. She lived with her mom, not her dad. I was calling her dad. I was like, okay, well, she blew me off.
She clearly doesn't want to talk to me. Meanwhile, you're calling her divorced dad. It's probably just bitter and angry anyway. You know, it's funny. When I first met my wife,
I wanted to hear the end of the story. Maybe like him and his dad became good pals or something.
They're dating now. No,
maybe they went out for beer.
When I first started dating my wife, I sent flowers to her dad by mistake because it was still the 2000s enough where late 2000s.
I'm flattered.
No, because I just was like, let me surprise her. I don't know her home address. I actually looked it up and I sent flowers, and her dad's like, well, who are these from?
Well, that's very nice of you, son.
All right, let's do this. It's time. Mahomes Showtime Trivia.
The mostly lovable Patrick Mahomes.
Truth is, I want everybody to love me, not just the refs.
It's time for some NFL trivia.
I'm here.
Yes, we know you're here.
All right, Patrick Mahomes here to play Showtime Mahomes Trivia.
All right, FSR Security walking our broke Patrick into the main studio.
There he is.
Busy man. Lots going on this week. Let's make this snappy. But first, mostly.
You all packed for your flight tomorrow?
I'm all ready. I'll tell you all about it. I got 2 words first. Belichick. I've been working on this all week. Belichick. I had that in my pocket all day.
Oh,
Belichick. You said he might be ass. Bella Cheeks. That's the new name.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with it.
Get
And by the
that
way,
trademarked.
speaking of cheeks, I already trademarked it. I'll be heading to Brazil tomorrow. So, yeah, Cheeks and Chargers. Let's go. That's a weekend, baby. Cheeks and Chargers.
See some cheeks down in Brazil.
You better believe it.
I think a lot of people have been charged for cheeks.
Let's meet the contestants. 24-time winner Rich Davis right over there.
There I am. Here I am. What's going on, everybody?
21-time champion Dan Byer in the house.
Hello.
Oh, Dan's here to play. You know who else is playing? I heard Najee Harris is playing in Dan's update. I got 2 words. Short hair, don't care.
That's 4 words.
That's 4 words. I still don't care.
All right, 9-time winner Spotty Boy is back with us.
Let's make it number 10.
Hey, here we go.
And looking to win a CNR prize on the studio lines. Byer, I'll use you for this. Would you love to travel to beautiful Fillmore, California, Waco, Texas, Denver, Colorado, El Dorado, California, or Rochester, New York?
Let's go to Waco.
Waco, that is Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Mike, what do you do for a living there in Texas?
Electrician, union electrician.
Nice, man.
Hey, you ever see Joanna Gaines out there?
Okay, stop.
Tell her I said hello.
Okay.
Here are the rules for Showtime Mahomes NFL Trivia. The first contestant with 2 correct answers is the champ. If there's a tie, we have a tiebreaker question. Your name is your buzzer, but you do have to wait until all 3 possible answers are read. If there's 2 wrong answers in a row, we move on to the next question. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's get it on.
All right.
Ready.
Patrick Mahomes, I'm here. Big week. 2 days, actually 3 days away for me. And I wish I could have had this legend in my backfield. In 1965, Gale Sayers set a record for the most touchdowns scored in a rookie season. How many total touchdowns does Sayers have that year? A, 19, B, 22, or C, 25?
Mike.
Mike.
B.
Yes, 22.
Damn, there you
Wow, bam.
go. Mike bringing the heat.
Halfway to CNR prize as we move on to round 2.
All right, round 2. What was I once quoted? What was I once quoted saying about winning? Don't be Bella Cheeks, is what I said.
Okay.
A, winning takes every person in our entire organization. B, if you want to win games in this league, you got to be efficient. Or C, my boy Travis used to be all about winning until he met John Mayer's ex.
Whoa.
What did I once say
Whoa.
about winning?
Rich?
Rich.
A?
No.
Oh,
man.
Mike.
Oh, Mike trying to get an easy one here.
B.
Mike.
B. Boom. Walks off.
B for
Sweeps
Slam.
double B's.
I've always said it. If you want to win games in this league, you have to be efficient, and that's the plan in Brazil. Again, taking off tomorrow, like a 13-hour flight. Is that right, Danny?
Yep.
13-hour flight, and let's go. Chiefs, Chargers. Can't wait.
Good luck to you.
Can't wait. Football's back, baby. Patrick Mahomes, out.
And Mike in Waco, congratulations. You are a winner today.
Hey, Mike, say what's up to Chip Gaines for me.
Okay.
All right, later, guys. Bella Cheeks. Bella Cheeks. Cheeks for weeks.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Patrick.
Man,
Thanks, Mike.
Patrick was all hyped up about it.
Also, little-known fat guys. Steve
Yeah.
Martin was born in Waco, Texas. How about
Really?
That?
Look
Yeah.
at that. The Gaines family
You
lives
brought
out
up the
there.
well, Patrick brought up the Gaines Covino.
Well-
aren't you a believer that Chip is the actual prize?
You know, I've always said that. Joanna,
Yeah,
right?
Joanna Gaines.
Joanna's beautiful and talented and all that, but the real treasure is Chip Gaines.
Why don't you go buy their stuff at Target while you're at it?
I might. So thank you. Broke Mahomes is extra pumped about the game on Friday, and he showed no sympathy to Bill Belichick. So, hey, thanks again. And thank you for playing the game. We do that every Tuesday, give away prizes. You just won an IOU, which is just as good as money. We have Nerf footballs on standby. The shipment's coming in, and we'll send you out one as soon as we can, and some koozies.
Those are IOUs.
Thank you.
Just as good as money. So I wanted to bring up, you know what? I'll pose it as the form of a trivia question just to get the conversation rolling. What could very well happen this year in Major League Baseball that has never happened before statistically? Something is very close to happening.
I know. The Yankees are going to have 9 players in their lineup with over 20 home runs.
That could be a record, right? Would that be a
It ties.
record?
Well, here's the thing: 8 ties the record, and they're probably going to have that. They're saying McMahon doesn't count because he only played not even half the season, a quarter of the season with the Yankees.
It's a great stat, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, we know that complete games are down and there's shutouts, and these things are just non-existent in baseball. But there's another stat. I'll give you a hint.
Give me a hint.
We sort of talked about it the other day, and it just shows you the way the game is going.
Oh, I know. Does that do with 300 batting average?
Yeah.
We may have 1 to 2, under 5 probably.
We talked the other day about how there's 5 players in all of Major League Baseball who are batting over 300, and Aaron Judge is now down to the low 320s.
Mm-hmm.
There might be, get this is wild to think of. As of right now, we got, 20-ish games left in baseball?
Mm-hmm.
Trey Turner is batting 301, and Freddie Freeman is batting dead even, 300. If both of those guys go down 1 point, we could very well have our first ever, and I'm going back to the 1800s. You could have your first batting title champion who's batting in the 200s. For all we know, fast forward a month, Trey Turner.
Judge is not going under 300.
But there's in the National League and American League batting title.
You mean in the NL? Okay.
I mean,
but that's make it clear, in all of baseball, there's only a handful
in the history of baseball. In 1968, which was such a great year for baseball. If you're a baseball nut like we are, I love baseball. 1968, that was the Detroit Tigers, the year of the pitcher, Bob Gibson. That was the Cardinals, Tigers. They said that Tigers team kept that city of Detroit alive during riots and fires and everything. That was a great baseball season, but it was called the year of the pitcher. That was the year when the mound, remember they adjusted the mound after that?
The year before was year of the belly itcher, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
The year before that was the year of the catcher, and then the year before that was the year of the belly scratcher.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Sam, you're right.
You're right, Sam.
But in 1969, your Miracle Mets. The year before that, Detroit Tigers. And that Tigers team, it was Carl Yastrzemski that year, the year the Tigers won the World Series. Not Yastrzemski on the Tigers. I'm saying Carl Yastrzemski batted 301. And that was by far the lowest batting average. Yeah, there's been a couple recently, like Luis Arraez, batted 314 and won a batting title.
I mean, that dude won 3 years in a row. No one gives a diddly squat about it.
Batting average
that shows you the importance of batting average.
Batting average has taken such a backseat. Let me just say that one more time, then we'll go to DB for an update if you're just joining. We are a point away from, imagine if Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman, if neither one of those guys plays pretty solid over the next 20 final games, we could be like, and your NL batting champion, Freddie Freeman at 298. The batting champion, that means no one in the National League. Mets, Phillies, Braves, Cubs, Brewers, Dodgers, Padres. No one is batting 300? No one.
It's such a...
No one. It's a wild thought.
It's a boomer and Gen X thing. Anyone below Gen X doesn't really put the emphasis on it because it still means a lot to me.
We were talking, I was talking with some buddies of mine last week when I was on vacation, and we were at an establishment where there were TVs on and the MLB Network came up. Their topic of conversation, true story, was, can Luis Arraez still win the NL batting title? And he was hitting 286. Right? Yeah.
And you know what? It's like he is like, get hot for 20 games?
Yes.
That's 400 over the next month?
Yes.
Maybe. Well, DB, let's go to you for an update. What is going on, my friend?
And I'll just throw this one out there because we love great Tony Gwynn stats. Tony Gwynn debuted in 1982, played in 54 games, hit 289, that season. Next season appeared in 86 games, hit 309. There wasn't a season after that where he hit lower than 313.
Unbelievable.
And Dan and I were talking during the last break that when we were kids, we were telling Ian and some of the young editing dudes, I was like, year after year, when we were kids in the 80s and 90s, you were guaranteed that Tony Gwynn or Wade Boggs would bat like 360 or something. That was just automatic.
Yes.
George
Puckett,
crazy.
Molitor's,
I brought up those guys
all
too.
hitting for average.
I missed a 309 in there, but again, below 309. Forgive me.
Huh?
Yes. Moving on to other matters. We'll get to the NFL action in a second, but there is a new college football poll out. Ohio State #1, according to the Associated Press, in their latest top 25. Penn State is 2. LSU jumps up to 3, with Georgia at 4 and Miami at 5. Now, Oregon came in at 6th. Texas, the preseason #1, falls to 7 after that loss to the Buckeyes, and at 8 is Clemson after losing to LSU. 9 is Notre Dame after they lost to Miami and tennis. South Carolina, they had a win against Virginia Tech on Sunday. Florida State debuted at 14. Alabama dropped to number 21. Chargers running back Najee Harris, a full participant in practice today, while the Bills signed wide receiver Gabe Davis. Jackson Dart, QB2 with the Giants, behind Russell Wilson. Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel said wide receiver Stephon Diggs will play against the Raiders on Sunday. Jaguars have the Panthers with Travis Hunter listed as a first-team wide receiver and second-team corner. At the U.S. Open, second seed Carlos Alcaraz onto the semifinals in the men's draw with a straight sets victory today. On the women's side, top seed Arina Sabalenka will face Jessica Pegula in the semifinals. That's because Sabalenka didn't have to play her quarterfinal match. Marketa Vandrousova had to withdraw because of an injury. So the top seed moves on in Queens. Guys, back to you.
Dan Byer, I look at you as our Fox Sports Radio expert fantasy football guy. You do your show on the weekend.
Yes. With Kerry Rhodes, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 Pacific. We have the Late Window and the I Want Your Flex podcast with Mike Harmon.
I want your flex. Da-na-na. That's my theme song, Dan.
Thanks, Sam.
It's actually after I Want Your Sex. That's the George Michael song.
Yes.
But I don't know what that was from
Backstreet Boys
Sam.
was that?
You should record that. Ratings, gold, baby. One quick question.
I want your flex. Da-na-na.
Nope.
Travis Hunter.
No? Okay.
I mean, first-team wide
I
receiver.
want your flex.
Is there any indication that people late-round pick him? Is he any interest in fantasy?
Not
or what?
only is he intriguing in the individual defensive player leagues, he is going a lot higher because you're going to get those wide receiver stats for someone that you could put at an individual defensive position. So he is a big factor when it comes to those sorts of leagues.
Perfect. All right, listen, some more baseball thoughts, some NFL, all coming up here on Fox Sports Radio.
Business fluctuations make running your manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Pros, the professionals, provide the workforce you need. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you. That's expresspros.com.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
We are live. Covino and Rich, the world famous CNR on FSR. The most famous show your friends never heard of. Covino and Rich.
I want your flex.
Live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Ever wanted to try an Olympic and Paralympic sport? Try fencing. Safe, fast, easy to start. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing. Now, two things before we move on and wrap up this showgram program.
Three things.
Oh.
Because whatever your two are, I know you're not going to mention this. Dan Byer for I Want Your Flex.
Yeah.
Think about a promo with that video and him in like just Seahawks football pants flexing.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sensual.
Think about that.
Steamy.
So
sounds hot.
Yeah, it sounds like something for onlydance.com.
By the way, how have we not used that drop ever?
Now, if you just joined us, you missed Showtime Mahomes trivia. And I saw him leaving. He said he's heading to Brazil. He gave me a T-shirt. It says Bella Cheeks on it.
Stop.
Says he trademarked it. So I don't know. Bella Cheeks. That's pretty cool. I'll be rocking that at the gym today. And if you missed us yesterday, well, we filled in for Dan Patrick. We were on live on Labor Day.
And it was a lot of fun. Honestly, it was a really quick 3 hours because we had so much fun. And if you need a little something extra to listen to, why not check out yesterday's Covino and Rich pod? A lot of fun. Now, we talked about batting 300 and how like insignificant it is in baseball now. Like batting 260 something is like, wow. Your boy Derek Jeter, who people love to talk about, underrated, I think. As a Mets fan who hates the Yankees, I hate when people say Jeter was overrated. I think, if anything, the guy's such a winner. You know, Jeter batted .310 in his career. And he batted over 300, 12 different seasons.
Yeah, he's amazing. All-time Yankee hit leader. Anyone that says he's overrated doesn't know jack diddly squat about baseball. That offense revolved around that guy.
And the other baseball observation,
he was a winner.
How did no 29 teams other than the Mets in Major League Baseball want to take a chance on Pete Alonso this past offseason? He just made a ridiculous play at first. He hit a solo home run in the first. He's on pace for like 40 home runs, 120 ribbies, batting 270 almost. Like,
I hope he leaves your team next year because he's a solid first baseman. He really is. He's unappreciated for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think you appreciate him.
Fans love him, but the fact that the Mets didn't want to re-sign him, and he sort of like came back like, all right, guys, they gave him a decent deal, but I am still shocked to think that there's 29 teams out there that could have made a legit bid at Alonso and just figured, nah, not worth it. He's on the decline. If anything, he's having one of his career years, and baseball's heating up. We talked a hell of a lot of football today, but Tonight, I'm excited to see your dude Max Fried pitch for the Yanks against the Astros. The Mets are pitching McClain tonight, his 4th start. The movement on his ball, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Another strikeout. Baseball's heating up. There's so many fun teams. Dodgers, Padres, Cubbies, Brewers. Mariners, I think, could make some noise in the playoffs with that stacked lineup. And, of course, Detroit. I'm excited about baseball playoffs and football at the same time. I think it's the ultimate time of the year for sports fans.
And you got that Netflix documentary you got to watch.
Yeah.
Unknown Number. Oh, my God. The high school catfish. Watch it on Netflix. You know what? We're running out of time. Do you want to talk about the Ravens, or should we save it for tomorrow?
I mean, there's some. We have.
We didn't get a chance to talk about Le'Veon Bell and his story. It's a fun one.
I think it's worth mentioning real quick. We could just give shout-outs to the Ravens because they're doing something. We talked the other day, Danny, about how football, the experience to take a family of 4, ends up being the price of a vacation.
Well, we talked about how expensive the average ticket price is. Number 1 was the Raiders, over $500 or whatever.
Almost $600.
The expense.
We talked about beer recently. The Ravens have released a new concession menu that includes 11 items under $5. So refreshing to think, at least somebody's trying to give you a deal.
Flock friendly.
The flock, like the flock of ravens. So the flock friendly fare. They got a barbecue chicken sandwich, nachos, hot dog, pretzel, French fries, peanuts, chips, popcorn. There's a beer, there's a soda, there's a water.
A warm pretzel is $1.99.
That's
there.
ridiculous. So, hey, props to the Ravens for doing the right thing for the fans and making an under $5 menu. You got to give props where props are due. They're going to have a great team this year, and not only a great team, family friendly. Get a kid a hot dog, and it's under $5. Perfect.
11
All
items.
Right, we'll see you guys later. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
Later, guys.